Welcome to Ringer Tailgate, the Wednesday edition of the show. I'm your host, Tate Frazier, and we are all in studio. So let's say what's up to our guys. First and foremost, Van Lathan. What's up, Van?
What's up, guys? We're raising the roof every day of the week.
Yeah, we're all in person out here in Los Angeles, and we have Joel Anderson here in the Long Beach State shirt. What's up, Joel?
What's up, man? How y'all doing? It's good to all confab, you know.
We also have Billy Gill over here. What's up, Billy?
In the corner? Yeah, that's what's up.
By the way, I would like to start off by saying something. I would like to thank Billy Gill and only Billy Gill because last night I had my comedy show.
Yes.
My first stand-up set at the Laugh Factory, and Billy showed up. I look over and I see a tall Cuban man going.
Yeah, oh, really? Yeah.
He gave me a raise the roof, and then Billy was out of there. I was looking for Billy. Billy was gone.
Well, you had a big crowd of people around. You were a star last night.
You didn't come. You didn't come. So
I thought we were all coming, and then I didn't hear anything, so I assumed.
Well, you didn't really spark it up, and I'm the one that told Billy about the show in the first place.
And Billy is the one that made it.
Wait,
that
you
to
take
me
credit?
is sacrifice.
So
you can't take credit for it.
I had to go. I went out to get dinner and drinks with one of our managers and good friends, Connor Nevins. Okay, because that was something that I.
So you picked Connor over Van?
No, he's my manager. So he.
Did you suck it up?
Out,
yep.
dog.
Yeah,
you cucking the fuck
cucking
out, bro.
There's like, and then I found out that I was going to be on another Ringer podcast, and I needed to prep. So the day just kind of got away from me. Oh, sorry.
I'm with it.
Just want to make sure you're talking.
Yeah, because you're having a bad week
I do feel bad. I really wish I had been there. I wanted to support.
It was fun.
you.
We had a good time. Shout out to Ida Rodriguez, Macy Gray, Eric Benet, everybody that performed last night. It was fun.
Yeah, we heard you did great. Macy Gray did great as well.
Macy Gray did great.
Yeah.
Billy preferred Macy Gray to me. That's okay.
He said you got a tough slot because you had to follow Macy Gray.
Everybody told me I was really funny. Billy showed up, so I appreciate the positive
Did you make
feedback.
jokes or did you have like?
Made some jokes, and then like I told a story about how I learned that my father masturbated.
Huh?
That's a good one.
It's a good story.
Good story?
Like
Okay.
So the whole deal. But I'm going up again. Well, this might be the start of a new journey for me.
Wait. When are you gonna go up again?
July 17th.
See, look, man. I want to make one of these shows. I want to try to show.
You're in control of that.
You had every opportunity. To
You
do that.
also, by the way, like were the most annoying about it. Like you were Van's agent for a week. You kept sending everyone the link. This is where you buy tickets.
Yeah.
This is how you go, guys. We're all gonna be there. Family.
Then it went radio silent, so I was like, I guess we're not going.
Yeah.
You know?
My intention was for us to go. We still have time. What are y'all doing tomorrow or tonight? We could all go and do a family dinner that I mentioned on the show last week and nobody followed up on. So what's up?
Nah.
We got to do it tomorrow. So like tomorrow we should do it. Where do you guys want to go? Like tomorrow tonight I have to go to the Mortal Kombat screening. But tomorrow we should go and have a dinner together.
Let's do it. Yeah.
We had a lot of fun. We all hung out on Saturday.
Yeah, that was our one big
awesome.
reaction. We went to the Rose Bowl. We took it over.
Yeah, we had a great time. So yeah, I'm trying to do it again.
So let me tell you a couple of things about the Rose Bowl that I really enjoyed. Number one, I enjoyed getting a tour of a stadium, which I've never got before.
Yeah.
The tour of the entire stadium, the history of the Rose Bowl. We learned everything. We went into the hard hat area of the Rose Bowl, which is funny to me. Guys, Tate, we haven't gotten a chance to talk about it. There'll be more footage coming out.
Yeah, we got a whole episode next week.
Yeah. I won't get too much into it.
It's a little appetizer.
But Tate, we're going into we told the story before about the heights at the USC game, right? Tate's looking around. I don't know about this, man. This is high. And so part of the UCLA, part of the Rose Bowl, they're doing construction. It's a construction area.
They're building a field club.
They're building a field club. Tate didn't want to go in, guys. For whatever reason,
Tate,
I
don't want to do that.
He's like,
I don't want to do that. Yeah, it's like, what?
Nobody told me we were going.
That's the whole reason. That's the whole reason we're here.
I'm not trying to go to an active construction zone. Like accidents can happen.
They weren't gonna like have us sitting under a swinging anvil.
I mean, it looked like they were. They were just drilling and doing all types of stuff.
Like Joel looks at him, he's like, "What do you think's gonna happen? You think an anvil's gonna fall?"
Yes.
He's like,
I watched a lot of Looney Tunes. It could go bad.
He's like, I don't know. We get in there, and it was fine. We learned all about what they were doing. They got a lot of cool stuff happening at the Rose Bowl. It was fun.
Yeah, got to see all the statues. Went to the Hall of Fame. Went to the California High School Hall of Fame.
Bro,
that was amazing.
So we started off in there, and that's where we started to eat. You know, they had a little bit of food for us, and then they didn't have no.
Don't complain.
Okay, well they didn't have no tables. They didn't have no tables or anything. I thought we were going to have more time to eat. So I had to take my chicken tenders with me while we were walking. But I really wanted to see more of the High School Hall of Fame. There's so many people in there. Dalen McCutcheon. Y'all remember Dalen McCutcheon? Jamel Holloway. I'm just going through it. I was fascinated by it, and I wish I'd had more time to be in there. But all it means is another excuse for us all to go to the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, we're gonna lock in with the Rose Bowl. We were very appreciative of the experience. Got a great tour. Got to see every single crevice of the Rose Bowl.
Man, that was and it's funny because when we all had to get together to do that, I was kind of like, man, a Rose Bowl tour, that sounds terrible. It sounds so boring. But it was fascinating. I loved it.
Why would it be boring now?
I just kind of.
We got to see Terry Donahue statue. We got to see Jackie Robinson.
Terry Donahue, the winningest coach in
Chastain.
Pac-12 history.
Yeah. Terry Donahue, Brady Chastain statue, Jim Thorpe statue, Archie Griffin statue. The Rose Bowl isn't just a regular college football venue. It is a historic landmark in the United States.
Yeah, they had the sign that showed us. Yeah.
We learned all about like what you have to do. This is the type of shit that I like. What you have to do to renovate a historic landmark like the Rose Bowl, but also not for it to lose its historic status.
Yeah.
It's fascinating to me.
There are 3 stadiums in the country that have that designation, and 2 of them are in L.A.
Coliseum and the Rose Bowl.
Coliseum, Rose Bowl, and then Soldier Field from Chicago.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like, look, I had a great time. And then we watched the parts of the UCLA spring game.
Yeah, we got to see, Madden versus Nico, a sibling rivalry. We're Team Madden.
Team Madden.
Y'all love y'all because y'all are haters, and I hope y'all keep the same energy when we talk to him at some point this week.
To Nico?
Yeah, I want y'all to be like, yeah, your brother is better than you because that's what y'all
if you
saying.
want, if
Don't cuck out.
If you're challenging me, then I'll fucking say that and embarrass.
I think it would appreciate that.
Go for it.
No, I just say like, hey, I saw your little brother. He looks like he has a little bit more arm talent than you. How do you feel about that?
Okay, yeah,
like,
go for it.
We'll see what he says. What are you gonna do? Whoop my ass?
Yeah, better pocket awareness.
I'm not going.
He'll put hands on you.
I'm not going to outbox him. I'm not going to fine bomb. It's actually, you know what? It's not cooking out no more. It's fine bombing. That's a new one. It's fine bombing. You go up there, you talk all that shit about fine bombing. You went up there, you're like,
nah, I didn't talk shit about fine bombing.
You were saying yes, sir, no, sir.
Nah, I didn't do that. That's too far. That's too far.
Did you say yes, sir, or yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I did not see. Look at. Okay, see, Tate. I protected you because when he was going on you about the essence. And
that's
else,
right.
Just remember who's on your side, okay? I know. Don't
Wimby 12 blocks.
Don't get him amped. Don't get him amped.
Oh, but we had a great time. It was fun.
We had a great time. So the Rose Bowl. Yeah.
One last thing. An appearance, thanks to the Duke, raised the roof for TJ Hushmanzada.
Yeah, who's coaching the kids out there.
Who's coaching the kids out there. Man. We saw the kids out there. Like, the last thing I'll say, that was actually pretty awesome right there. The kids, everybody was out there doing that.
Yeah, man, he looks in great shape, man. He looks like he still plays.
He was super cool, too. Very generous with his time. Got to hang out with us. We'll have that interview coming out next week. So, again, a Rose Bowl takeover for the Tailgate crew. A lot of fun. And shout out to UCLA. A lot of energy out there for UCLA football. Yeah. Have not seen that. Been out in L.A. for over a decade. Have never seen UCLA football really have that juice. So,
well, it's carrying forward. I mean, they've had a really big recruiting week. I think they're in the top 20 overall.
Yeah.
Like things that they've never done before. And they've always should have been able to do this. And I understand that they're limited in some ways, right? Like it's a hard school to get into. Some people don't want to play in the Rose Bowl. Some people want to play at Neyland Stadium or Tiger Stadium or whatever. And it's just a different vibe. But there's a lot that UCLA has to offer and can capitalize on, and it seems like this is the starting of that under Coach Chesney.
Yeah.
UCLA is the number one public school in the entire country.
It's a great education.
So, like, it is unbeknownst to people, UCLA has overtaken Berkeley as the best public school. Berkeley is looked at kind of as a Western Ivy. You know what I mean? Obviously, Stanford's a Western Ivy, but Berkeley is looked at as the big swinging dick of the intellectual public school, like kind of deals. But UCLA is actually a better school. It has like a higher academic bar, so that is something they have to contend with when they're looking for players and stuff like that. We'll see how Chesney deals with it. To your point.
Oh yeah, right. But it's a good education if you can get in. But that's just another challenge, and they've got ways around it. It ain't like, you know, Georgia Tech or whatever, where they all got to take calculus or something like that.
Damn it.
Engineering, architecture. What's up?
Just as I said that, I checked it out. In 2026, Berkeley went back to the top.
They're back to number 1.
Berkeley's back to fuck UCLA.
Ooh.
In 2020, I mean, we're just joking. In 2026, Berkeley went back to the top. But the public ranking now is number 2 for UCLA. Berkeley is number 1. The national ranking for UCLA is number 17. It's a top 20 school in the entire country.
Shout out to UCLA.
Shout out to them,
got good things going on. Berkeley also, great place. Cheese board. You ever had cheese board before?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Berkeley is one of my favorite cities in the country.
Yeah, I love it.
It's beautiful.
It's a good town.
Yeah.
One last thing before we get into college football, I did want to ask. Joel went on the rewatchables yesterday, and that was a big deal. So the big question now, one big question, when is Joel moving to L.A.?
Oh, wow.
What do you-
The fuck you looking at me?
Wait, whoa, are we gonna answer for you?
Like, what
why does nobody? Billy is on more podcasts than me. He's higher up in the. He has more of a
You
following.
don't deflect.
Nobody
The question
asked
is
Billy
not
if
when
he's
is
going
Billy
to LA.
moving to L.A. Maybe
Billy,
that could be
when are
one
you
big
moving
question
to
next
LA?
week.
Well, first
No,
of
no,
all-
that's not the one big question.
Billy.
No.
When are you going to move to LA?
No one asked me.
Yeah, that's not the
People
one.
don't
That's
care.
not the
No
one
one
big
said to these
question.
questions
You've
and
actually
asked.
been on Bill's podcast.
So
You've
you've
been
been
on
on the
Bill's
yeah,
podcast.
you've been on the
Once.
rewatchables.
Right.
Yeah.
You were on Bill's podcast. You were
Right.
on rewatchables. Can you not?
Everyone in this room has been on Bill's podcast.
Okay.
2 of us live here. Billy has
But I
not
know-
been asked the question yet, but you've been asked the question. One big question: when is Joel moving to LA?
Again, I don't understand why people don't ask Billy about it because again,
Oh man, just
they,
move on.
they never
You
they
just
never
need a
had
direct,
me on
you
the
just
show.
need a direct answer. You
Look,
said
I
you
love-
love Pasadena.
Come
I don't
on,
know.
bro.
I love LA. I mean,
All right.
that was the thing when we were driving around. When we were driving over to the Rose Bowl, you all were almost kind of getting annoyed with me because I was just like, "Wow, look at this." Shit.
No, we
This
were
is
excited.
beautiful."
We're like,
We were
man,
I'm
excited.
walking
Like,
through
yeah,
the Rose
love-
Bowl. I'm like, "This is amazing." I was in such a good
Everything
mood.
about California fascinates you.
Yeah.
Everything. You look at everything. You like look at the roads. Like everything in California. like everything about California fascinates you. You
Yes.
love California. You just cannot stop talking about it.
Oh no, I mean, that's part of the reason I did a season on the LA riots is because I just want to get my mind and my head around LA. What's the book that Mike Davis did?
Hustler.
No,
Oh.
the socialist who died. The
when I think of Mike Davis, I think of the Indiana
Six.
basketball coach.
Yeah.
okay, I gotta look it up.
What's the name of the book?
It was hold on.
I guess
let me-
Mike Davis has coached at a lot of places.
Los Angeles, not that one. Mike Davis. Remember Mike Davis? He is a changed Los Angeles. City of Quartz.
Okay.
City of Quartz, one of my favorite books. It's fascinating. L.A. reminds me so much of Houston too. Like I feel like they have like a lot of synergy.
Yeah.
A very spread out city, very diverse. A lot of people from Louisiana that make up their their base of black folk. So I love it. I had an aunt that lived out here. I love the terrain. Yeah, I mean, I love mountains. Mountains are restored.
I think it was a simple.
Water.
It could have been a simple answer, like hopefully soon, or like we'll see.
I was talking with Connor when I went out with him last night. When
he
missed
stole
your show.
you away from
Yeah, and we were talking about how the LA thing could happen. Like I have no problem with it. I don't think I could do it this season, but I could envision a scenario in which I'm here in 2027.
I think season 3 we ramp it up. Yeah.
Because next year for Tailgate is the year where we put the fucking vice grip on the whole game, and then season 3 is perfect for Joe to come out here. I'm looking at this list of best schools.
Okay.
Best public schools.
Yeah.
There's some surprises in here. Obviously, the University of Michigan is a great school.
What list are you looking at?
I'm looking at the U.S. News and World Report.
Okay.
So it's some SEC schools up here that are pretty high on this list.
Georgia.
Florida,
Yep.
Florida, huh?
Yeah, Florida's way up. Florida's
Even
number
under
seven.
DeSantis?
Georgia's a really
Wow.
good school.
Georgia's a really good school.
Mhm.
Okay.
Florida, the University of Texas.
Of course,
Uh,
Texas. Yeah.
Texas is a great school.
North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina's just up there.
North
huh?
Carolina's not up here.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah, we are.
I'm looking
I
at
don't
it.
know,
see
dog.
him.
Hold on.
I don't see him. Well, I'm looking at him right now. 16, 17. Georgia's 19. Florida State's 21.
Damn.
A&M's 21. There's a couple that's logjam.
We're
here.
ahead of A&M in Georgia for
You're
sure.
not.
Yeah, we are.
You're not. You're not.
Yeah, we are.
You're
Oh
not.
wait, hold on. Listen, because right now I see y'all at number 26 on a national universities list.
So U.S. News and World Reports don't have y'all on
That
here.
sound like payola to me.
I'm just being
Look,
for real.
Well, I'm looking at best national universities rankings.
Okay.
Princeton's number 1, MIT's number 2. Do you have that?
Well, these are.
Cover
I'm just
number
looking
three.
at the public schools now.
Oh,
Now, if I just look at all the schools, then obviously this changes. If you fucking
Virginia is on the list.
put, you look at the
Michigan.
Princeton's number 1, MIT, Harvard, Stanford, Yale, Chicago, Duke way up there. Duke
Georgetown's
number
number 24.
7. Duke number 7.
Yeah, smart.
Duke number 7.
I got
Duke is a
into,
good
I got
school.
into Duke. It's not hard.
It's not hard, huh?
Let me ask you a question.
What's up?
Your whole family is North Carolina. Why'd you apply to Duke?
Just so I could never have any pushback.
Oh, so you could tell the Duke people
Mm.
that I could have been one of y'all if I wanted to.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right, question for you. The North Carolina starting 5 all time versus the Duke starting 5
It's not
all
even
time.
close.
Oh no, yeah.
Not
North
even
Carolina's
close.
fucking them up.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
crushing
let's
them.
do it. Can we do it?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I'm gonna write this list down.
North Carolina starting 5 is Jordan
At shooting guard, yeah.
at shooting guard.
Yeah, who's the PG?
Who's the point guard?
Phil Ford.
Phil Ford.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
At the 3 is Worthy.
I mean, I would put Vince Carter at the 3, the Worthy at the 4.
You put Vince Carter at 3, Worthy at the 4.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
No, so and then Rasheed at 5? Or
I mean, if are we doing college basketball? Or are we doing like?
We're doing.
Doherty, man. I forgot.
Brad Daugherty,
Oh, that man-
Tyler
yeah,
Hands,
he's a
bro. We're
man.
talking about college careers.
So
Yeah.
no, this is your
Antoine
starting 5.
Jameson.
You can do
Yeah.
whatever you want. What's your starting 5? So your starting 5, you put Vince at the 3, Worthy at the 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Vince at the 3, Worthy at the 4. Who's at the 5?
I mean, if it's college basketball, I'll put Hansbrough at the 5.
Oh man, come on.
You're putting
man.
Hansbrough at the 5 over
Yeah.
Brad Daugherty.
To take on Leitner.
You gotta help yourself, bro. I don't. Do you think?
I mean, Antoine Jameson is
So
easy.
we're judging this on just college career, correct?
Yeah, that's
no,
what
we
I'm
don't have.
doing.
We can judge it on whatever we want.
If we want to judge it like all like time, career, then I would probably put Brad Daugherty at the 5.
Okay, but like if it's college, it's Hansbrough because he was actually the fucking man.
Yeah, he was the best.
Okay, so then what's the Duke starting 5 then?
Duke starting 5 is probably Jay Will at the 1.
Okay,
Over Johnny Dawkins, huh?
I mean,
Man, Johnny Dawkins was that motherfucker. He's the guy that put Duke on the map,
okay.
yeah, that first
and
group.
I think he was an NBA All-Star.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's a good player.
But you wouldn't put Kyrie Irving at the 1.
Oh,
I mean, maybe Duke does.
Yeah.
I mean, he played 11 games, so like, I mean, does it count? Not in my book, but sure. If you want to put Kyrie, but I think Jay Will was better.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
right. That's right.
I think Jay Will, and then the 2 is JJ Redick.
Mm-hmm.
So already Michael Jordan versus JJ Redick, barbecue chicken.
Yeah, but at the same
I
time,
mean, that's like the most cooked thing I've ever seen in my
at the
life.
same
Like, good
time,
luck.
though, at the same,
Good luck.
At the same time, though, if I'm coaching that game,
Grant Hill at
I'm
the
gonna put, I'm
3.
gonna put Grant Hill on Jordan. but
Okay,
whatever.
Grant
Yeah,
Hill.
yeah.
Grant Hill at the 3,
Okay.
and then we got Vince Carter on the wing, being like, JJ, come here. We'd like to see you. At the 4,
Elton Brand.
Elton Brand probably, yeah,
Elton Brand.
or Christian Leitner, I guess would be at the 4.
Christian Leitner. If Christian Leitner got to be at the 4, he's one of the greatest players of all time.
Yeah, Christian Leitner at the 4, and then the 5 is, I mean, you got like a
Cherokee
bunch.
Parks.
Yeah, I mean
Jaleel
Sheldon
Okafor.
Williams.
Sheldon Williams, Jaleel Okafor.
But I just kind of
Yeah.
feel like you could put Christian Leitner at the 4 and Elton Brand at the 5.
Yeah, maybe you do that.
That's probably what.
That's a good 5.
So you put, and so that like the Cam is
Or
not
Emeka
gonna, the Boozer's
Okafor,
not
too.
gonna be there. Emeka Okafor.
Omega 4 went to UConn.
Emeka
Oh, that's what I'm
Okafor.
talking about, yeah.
Jaleel Okafor.
Jaleel Okafor.
Yeah, fucking idiot.
Look at you.
Look at that fucking dummy. You don't know
You know what
nothing.
I'm saying?
So you feel like that starting 5, like you got Jordan on the team.
I mean, just the depth of the bench too. Like if we have a full roster, I mean
they
I
got
feel
a
good
pretty
about
lot-
our second unit coming in and wiping the floor.
They
with them
got.
as well.
I mean, we haven't talked about Shane Battier. We didn't put. Bobby
Battier
Hurley
you can
on
put in there if you want a defensive stopper to put on Jordan. You know,
yeah,
little
Battier.
nasty.
Run him out there. Yeah.
Mike is going to fuck over Shane Battier. You nuts.
yeah, I
Shane
would love
Battier
it.
can do nothing against like.
I would love it.
It's going to be very, very tough. Shane Battier is a good defender.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very, very tough against Michael Jordan for Shane Battier. It's going to be tough.
But I'm not looking at this game.
We got Sam Perkins off the bench. I mean, we got a lot of good players.
I'm
off the
looking
bench.
at. I'm not seeing Corey. I mean, that you got to deal with Corey Maggette. You know what I'm saying? The Corey Maggette, great.
Yeah, but he
athlete, great
disavowed
scorer.
Duke, so doesn't count.
Come on, man. I'm just saying.
Disavowed.
I'm not looking at this game and seeing like complete domination. Like the MJ of it all does give you all the advantage, of course. Like you're probably the favorite, but y'all, I don't think y'all running Duke off the floor, man. I really am not.
I mean, that's because they're 2 great programs.
They are two great
Yeah.
programs. Yeah.
Look, I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just saying I'll take Carolina in that matchup. But I'm confused by this U.S. World Report. I don't know about that.
You don't think it's true?
I don't think so.
I mean,
Why not?
I don't know. I've never seen that list before.
really?
Yeah, I'm a little
So
thrown off
I asked Claude.
by it.
Claude said the all-time UNC is Jordan, Carter, Stackhouse, Jameson,
Stackhouse.
Worthy, McAdoo, Hansborough.
Oh yeah,
Phil Ford,
never mind Bob McAdoo
Bob
at the
McAdoo was
5.
nice.
Mitch
The
Kupchak.
first one and done.
Okay.
Oh
Mitch
my
Kupchak.
God. Never mind.
And Billy
Bob
Cunningham.
McAdoo with the 5 is domination. It's over with.
And they say the all-time Duke is Grant Hill, Elton Brand, Jay Williams, Carlos Boozer, Shane Battier, Luol Deng, Danny Ferry, Bobby Hurley, Christian Laettner, and Kyrie Irving.
Waxed. They getting waxed.
I still think that's a good game. Y'all not winning all. You know, if that's a best of 7, y'all going 4-2.
Phil Ford, Kyrie Irving, Jordan, Grant Hill. They got Grant Hill at the 2 here.
That's okay.
Worthy, Battier, Jameson, Elton Brand, McAdoo, Christian Laettner.
Man.
McAdoo, Christian Laettner
The
is.
benches, Carter. The 2 guards are Carter and Stackhouse, Hurley and Jay Will, Boozer at the 4, Dang at a 4, Danny Ferry at the 4. They don't have Duke with a backup center. Then Cunningham, Harrisboro, and Mitch Kupchak.
I forgot about Billy Cunningham. That's another good one. Kangaroo Kid. Yeah, I would take North Carolina in that matchup. Maybe Larry Brown coaches Carolina. That could be fun.
West Coast K. Okay.
You know,
all right.
he's still around. Shout out to Dean Smith and Roy Williams. They obviously would be the first options, but we get Larry Brown in there. That'd be fun. And he also played. So George Karl's around.
George Karl, that's right. Yeah, UNC lets George Karl.
Oh, man. I like it. That was fun. Let's do our story of the week. Let's talk some college football because this is fascinating, Van. This is in your wheelhouse. Trinidad Chambliss came out, and he told, I think it was ESPN, or no, it was On3, this story, that he considered LSU with Lane Kiffin but stayed locked in with Ole Miss. He said, quote, I mean, there were discussions, there were thoughts. I'm not going to lie about that because you have to understand what my circumstance was. I had just transferred here. My offensive coordinator was Coach Weiss. I had just learned the system. He was leaving, and they were taking most of the offensive guys. He went on to say there were just a lot of unknowns and question marks. So, yes, those thoughts were there. But once we went with PG, Coach Golding, it didn't take me too long to decide. I was all in on Ole Miss, end quote. Did you like hearing that Chambliss got tampered with? Or, what were your thoughts on this?
Yeah.
I think everybody's doing it. I have no problem with it. I have no issue with it. It's the way of the world in college football right now. There's a lot of money involved. I do think
Never in the portal.
I do think never in the portal. I know that there were discussions. Like the tampering is happening. I get it. I have no issue with it. It's funny that, everyone's getting caught for it. I think that if I was an Ole Miss fan, this would make me super duper happy that the culture of what they've built at Ole Miss was strong enough to keep him home, even though I'm sure there was a lot of money and a ton of familiarity that existed in Baton Rouge with his coach and his OC. But they were able to keep him in Oxford because of the culture up there in Oxford. It says that they got something lasting.
Do you view this as like a tease? You know what I mean? Like if you're an LSU fan, you're like, man, we almost had Chambliss.
I mean, no, not really. I mean,
okay, you're not too lost in the what if.
There are a lot of people that assumed that he would come along with Lane Kiffin.
Right.
There are a lot of people that assumed a lot of things up there would have gone differently, and he didn't. And he's an awesome player, and they got their QB. I think that LSU has Sam Levitt. There's a lot of other players that came to LSU, but this was a very coveted recruit or a coveted transfer, and he stayed put. So he likes what they got going up there.
Arguably the number 2 quarterback going into the draft next year, right behind Dante Moore.
That's awesome.
So
I'm glad to see guys stay home.
We got to see Joel's big
stay
board
where they
before we
are.
know
You're
that.
going to see that big board next year, man, Arch and Dante.
What did you think about this quote?
Well, I mean, it only makes sense because Trinidad Chambliss before last year was D2 transfer backup.
Ferris State.
Yeah, Ferris State. He was not going to have a lucrative college career. And then he started playing in Lane Kiffin's offense. And now he's a guy.
Austin Simmons gets hurt.
He's making $6 million a year, and he's a coveted guy. And so I would want
Kirby Smart said, I didn't even know who the kid was last year.
I would want to be attached with the offense and the guy that was responsible for helping me do that if I had the opportunity. But
so you think he should have gone to LSU?
I'm not saying that he should have gone to LSU, but I can understand why it was a tough decision. I don't know. We'll see what Ole Miss is able to put around him and do differently there. But one thing we know about Lane Kiffin is that he made Jackson Dart an NFL quarterback. And most of the people that he's worked with have at least had a flirtation with the NFL. So you're going to do really well in that offense. But you remember, like, the thing that's kind of funny in all this is that, remember Damon Williams from Washington was going to go to LSU. Like, that was the big thing. So Lane Kiffin.
That was Tamper Town, too.
Yes. Lane Kiffin had a big board of quarterbacks that he was willing, because we heard about Sam Levitt of it all. We heard about Damon Williams. We were just like whoever they were going to end up with. So obviously Sorsby. They were having a lot of conversations with people. And so it just seems like, maybe Trinidad may have looked at that and said, I don't know, like Ole Miss is committing to me, and I can just finish out my career here. But I totally get why he'd want to play with Lane and at LSU.
I think the ideal situation probably for Lane Kiffin probably was to have Trinidad Chambliss come to LSU.
Of course.
And then I think that even though there was some conversation, I don't know how long those conversations lasted. Probably decided that he wasn't going to come, and LSU moved on to their 3 or 4 or 5 guys. You know, at any point in college football at the end of a season, there are going to be tiers of quarterbacks available. Probably a couple of guys in that top tier that you feel like you can build a national championship team around. And then after that, they're going to be like solid starters, and you're going to get diminishing returns from them. Yeah. And so that we saw that play out this year with the way the transfer shook out, and LSU was a part of that. You saw them kind of be able to have to not necessarily settle for Sam Levitt, but come back to him and repair that relationship after kind of taking swings with other guys.
Yeah, and I mean LSU had to when they were making all these decisions, it was just as reasonable to assume that Trinidad Chambliss was going to go into the draft. Like that, he didn't win his eligibility until after the transfer portal had closed, and LSU made a decision. So LSU couldn't really hold out hope that Trinidad Chambliss was going to hold it. The place that Trinidad Chambliss had to go was Ole Miss, basically.
Yeah, and he got the ruling in Mississippi originally, the TRO. So there was a lot of factors at play. But I just thought that was fascinating that he kind of opened up about that.
Our guy Bomani Jones did a profile of Trinidad.
Right, he went down there
for Vanity Fair, and yeah, it seems like Ole Miss really opened themselves up for Trinidad. Like they really threw their arms around him.
Pause.
Jesus.
Cameron is here, by the way.
Cameron's in the other
Man,
room.
And he's probably listening to Joel talk like this, and he's like, "Who is that guy?"
I want to talk to Cameron because I've been wanting to get him on the press box.
You tried to barge in there.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Like I saw Max looking up, like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
What was your plan? Like you're just gonna walk in?
You know, do you want to know? I was gonna be like, man, Cameron, what's up, dog? I'm a big fan. Even going back to 357. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan of you.
227.
227.
Yeah, it's 227.
357. Horse and carriage. Mom's gonna rise to the top. I've been down with Cameron since then, and also it's like, hey man, I like what you're doing in the media space. I think the interviews you do are fascinating. I would love to talk about this in your approach to media. You should come on Press Box to do it.
What?
That's what I want to do.
What? Why press box?
Yeah, why don't you get him on here?
Why would you not get him on Tailgate?
Because I'm interested in his media.
We talk about the media on here.
But you know, I have another show that I have to worry about sometimes. I mean, Van, we are 4th on your list of commitments.
How you know that?
Well, I know we're 3rd.
How you know?
Okay, you want me to give
Michael
you
Jordan went 3rd.
Let me give you your top 4.
Okay.
You got higher learning.
How do you, I'm asking how do you know any of this?
Top higher learning. Ringer, the Midnight Boys.
Can you just answer the question of how you know?
Any, and then number 3 is any time.
If we were lawyers in court, I would say speculative. You know, what I mean?
Like, how do you
speculation?
Hey, do you want to be on my team or not?
I'm on your team. I'm just saying.
All right, I just want to make sure.
Advocate.
Like, how do you know? I'm asking.
No, listen.
You're saying all this. I'm asking how do you know?
Let me give you the top.
Okay.
Let me give you the top 3. Okay. All right. Just let me finish.
Okay, cool.
All right. Number 1, again, higher learning. Number 2,
Shout out to Rachel
Midnight
Lindsay.
Boys.
Shout out to the whole Midnight
Number
Boys crew.
3, any pod that Bill wants to have you on.
4, that's
Tailgate.
number 3.
That's number 3.
You skipped meetings with us just so you could be on the Bill pod. Okay.
Whoa.
But
Joe, we're on air right now.
But the
You
reality
also
is,
said that this is your side shit. You said that on air here. You said this is your side
You almost
project.
missed a meeting today for the New York Times.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you missed his show last night.
Tate,
and you missed my
Tate,
show last
and
night. A
had
Ringer
you gone-
Tailgate situation.
Had you gone to
Say-
his show last night, you would have known that he
And
was
by the-
introduced to the crowd
and by
as
the
a host
way-
of Ringer Tailgate.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Excuse me. Ringer Tailgate was part of the introduction.
Look at that.
Boom, boom, boom. Raise the roof. By the way, I'll say something else.
I'm going to raise the roof.
Raise the roof for that. Raise the roof for
alright.
man stand up Lathan. Like I'll also say this. I'll say that when we were talking about going to Miami to do the game,
Yep.
I wanted to go to Miami and was going to rearrange my entire pod schedule by this. You were the one saying that you would rather go with Brian Curtis and make it a press box thing and not a Ringer Tailgate thing.
No, what I was saying was that that could be the priority, and then whatever Tailgate did when y'all showed up, I could make it work. But y'all didn't get.
That's second priority.
Brian could get credentialed. Me and Brian went to the championship game the year before in Atlanta.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we had shown a proof
So
of
that's
concept.
that's your shit.
No, I mean it's equal. I have
so
two
press
podcasts.
box is one.
And I'm down to do anything. I'm out here in LA literally right now because of Ring of Tailgate.
Yeah,
Shout
well,
out.
that don't and you forgot
Shout out,
that.
raise the roof on that.
No,
Raise the roof on that shit.
You use
yeah. Put it up, Billy.
You use,
Put your arm up.
No, you use Ring of Tailgate to get out here, and you have filled up your schedule to the point that you wanted us to reschedule our recording this week so you could go and do a conspiracy theory podcast.
Right. You were gonna wait. You wanted us to wait a minute so that you could wait a second.
I'm running late to that now. I
Well,
gotta
who's
get down
because
I've got to go downtown
because you
to do that.
overbooked.
Because you overbooked.
Our podcast was supposed to run on Wednesday. This was a last minute a change to go on.
We were supposed to
Tuesday.
be at UCLA today.
Yeah, but
which would be even more of a time.
and that was
commitment.
going to be first. I was always going to do that first. And I told Justin and the crew, Justin and Jason, shout out, be over there later today. I said, hey, I might be late. Just give me a wide berth. I might be there at 3, but the tailgate comes first. I did say that. Okay, so fuck y'all. Okay.
So your priority list: press box 1. Wait a second to.
No, it's not.
Tailgate
no,
3.
Tailgate is 1. I got here Friday night so we could go to UCLA. Do you know how hard it is to watch small children over a weekend by yourself? That's what my wife is doing.
Okay.
That's what my wife is doing. So I came
She's
out
a
here.
hero.
Should we raise
use
the
the
roof for
weekend.
her?
Yeah,
raise the roof for Janae. That's right.
Yeah,
So
thank you, Janae.
I came out here so that we could do tailgate shit over the weekend and be here during the weekend. Remember, we supposed to do some old other shit, Billy. You forgot about that.
Yeah, I did forget about it.
No,
At
you did
what
forget about
time?
it.
At what time? When you're doing conspiracy
Oh,
theories,
you're
when
busy
you're doing
too.
podcasts with
Billy, you've
with
done
Bill,
more podcasts.
When you're out there, you're talking to the New
Yeah,
York
you did
Times.
rewatchables.
You've done more podcasts this week than I have.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
No.
You were doing podcasts over the weekend. Zach Lowe. What other thing that you do?
This is my job. What
It's
do you
his
want me to
job,
do?
Joel.
Yeah, I mean, I work at the Ring of Tailgate. Press box is part of my work as well. I'll be like, and jumping on other podcasts because that's all part of being a good teammate. Unlike some other people that don't like to go on other people's podcasts.
Who doesn't go on
I'm
other
not going
people's
to talk
podcasts?
about it.
Who?
Van's going to come on Press
Is he
Box on
talking about us?
Thursday.
I don't know.
Van's going to come on Press Box.
I'm going on Bill's pod on Sunday.
I had you on my pod.
I know. That's a good teammate.
We're
What
all
does
good
this have
teammates.
to do with you wanting to go ask Cameron to be on your pod?
Yeah, because I just think Cameron is a better fit for what I want to do on Press Box instead of Tailgate.
Okay. All right. Get the fuck out of here.
All right. Well, we're gonna go figure it out with Cameron a little bit later.
Him and Brian Curtis, 2 peas in a pod.
Yeah, that would be great.
I mean, I think that
You bring Cameron on and you ask Brian Curtis his favorite Cameron song.
yeah, you know the bit. You know the show.
I got
That's
it.
right.
It's perfect.
You get it.
That's because I'm a good teammate, you
That's
know? Let's do top 5 headlines of the week. This was fascinating. Kirby Smart, you sent this video to us. Kirby Smart was asked, it was like on a radio show type thing. We do have a clip for this. But Kirby Smart was asked why the Big Ten is currently dominating college football. And in that ask, the guy who was asking was basically like, I know Alabama, Auburn, Georgia, we've been paying these guys for quite some time, was sort of the impetus there. And then, Kirby was able to skirt that a little bit and say he doesn't understand why the Big Ten is actually doing this. They won 3 straight championships. What did you... Joel, I'll go to you first here. What did you think about Kirby Smart being able to kind of circumvent the real conversation, which is like the money at play here?
Kirby did not address it at all.
No, it was actually genius how he did it.
He just started talking about something else.
Right.
Which, I mean, again, we all knew that people were paying, and not just in the SEC, because I know that's what Van wants to jump on
everybody
people's
was paying.
But the SEC was
just
establishing
paid
the market.
more.
They were establishing the market. Everybody wasn't playing with the same information or the same deck of cards. Now that all the money is out there on the table, the schools that can really tap into, their wealthy alums in New York and LA or whatever, they're standing out like IU. But they didn't.
Michigan.
Yeah, but before this, it was like, oh man, Mississippi State would have a recruit go to church. They said go to church on this recruiting visit, and then somebody would be like, "Oh, we got a gift for you down there," and they just leave you a shitload of money, a suitcase full of money,
Bag of cash.
People didn't know that was how the game was working there, but now.
Car
the money's out there,
dealerships. You get a new car, and then you open the trunk, $250,000.
Yeah, so now Kentucky and LSU and
Kentucky, you know what they do at Kentucky? They take you to the horse races, and they just give you winning tickets.
Right.
So, like, the horse race would happen. You would actually not put in a ticket, and then they come by and give you winning tickets. You go cash them in, you get your money.
But they were doing that in basketball, right?
Basketball, football, whatever.
So
baseball.
I think a couple of other things happened. I think that 2 things. The idea that the SEC, it was this hotbed of impermissible benefits and all of that stuff, that's just defeated by actual fact. You just defeated by actual fact. Like that's the only place that's happened. That to me, you can just look at the landscape of college football. I'm dick riding. I'm just telling you, like it's actually dick riding to me to hone in on them when there's just so many other examples of this type of stuff happening all over college football. I will say 2 things changed to me. Number one, the explosion of college football over the last 10 or 15 years as a cultural sport got more people involved in it, right? And 2, and this is interesting when you listen to some of the stuff that was coming out of like, the Texas Tech guys that was talking and stuff like that. These guys got activated in a way that they weren't before. Like these guys got activated when it became a flex to do this, when it became something that was culturally acceptable to do this, when it became a part of who you were to have like a college football team be dominant. A lot of these guys were activated in a way that they weren't before. Like you're talking about the Ellisons and oil guys and all of that stuff.
Like the elites now view this as a way to kind of own a team without owning a team.
They actually view it just like that. They cannot, some of them don't have inroads into being NFL owners. This is the way
NBA
to do
owners,
it. Or NBA owners or whatever. It's some of this stuff is about, owning a really, really expensive racehorse. And they're involved in a way. And if that is the case, which is always something that people talked about, if that isn't the case, the SEC, outside of a couple of schools, is at a disadvantage. Like, there are a lot of rich alumni that went to and have gone to LSU. That is a fact, right? The richest guy in Louisiana right now, Todd Graves, the Raising Cane's guy, he's up like $22 billion or something.
Yeah, he's in commercials now.
Like, there are a lot of rich people that have gone to LSU. But if you start going around and comparing it to the rich motherfuckers that, like, went to SC or the rich motherfuckers that went to some of these schools in Texas, even like a SMU. Like, if you start comparing it to that, you about to start getting your boots motherfucking smoked. And there are a lot of teams that are sleeping in regard to like having rich, well-resourced alumni, that if those people actually, if it becomes cultural to care about the football program, like it did in Indiana, you're going to see a lot of those programs awaken very quickly.
Yeah, when you got Mark Cuban involved in Indiana football, it's a different level.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, this year in Indiana, Duke was the ACC champion in football. Vandy was a 10-win team. All these are schools that have the money.
I mean, it was Duke versus Virginia.
It was Duke versus Virginia. Yeah. Now that the market is known and set, they're like, oh yeah, we can compete on that. And also, the one thing that you can't overlook too, because I agree with that, is that we don't have much time before realignment and the TV contracts change. And so there's going to be
the SEC is going to add 2 more teams at least.
Right. There's going to be a shift. And also some teams might get left out. And so you have to stay. That's why SMU is ponied up. They're like, we ain't even going to take TV revenue. Like, we'll do anything to be in your conference.
We just want to be at the table.
We'll level up our money and just do what we need to do. And so, like, some schools are going to get left out.
And guess what? SMU's helped the ACC.
Yeah.
And there's something else here. The amount of money that you would take to come to some of these schools, right? Think about it like this. Let's say that back in the day, the market for a 5-star under the table type shit is $100,000.
Yeah.
Let's say it's more. Sometimes it's more.
Cam Newton was reportedly $250,000.
Let's say it's $250,000.
So cheap.
Yeah, that's a great deal.
Let's say it's that, right? And that's a generational talent. So for most of the guys, it's not going to be that. The question is not how much money it would take to get you to Auburn. The question is, how much money would it take to get you to Indiana? How much money would it take to get you to Vanderbilt? How much money would it take to get you to a place that is not a football factory, to where you're going to go and get your motherfucking head beat in for 3 or 4 years? It's going to affect your draft status. It's going to affect your love for the game and all of that. Would you have taken $200,000 to go to Vanderbilt? Would you have taken $200,000 to go to Indiana? Would you have taken $200,000 to go to, I don't know, UCLA or whatever, a school that's not, no. That changes when that number is $1 million.
Yeah.
Like when that number is $1 million, 1.5 or something like that, you're like, fuck it, now I'm going. And if the number is 3 or 4, then definitely, right? And that number also changes downstream when you see that they're buying other players or putting together other players. That means that maybe you don't have to get your head beat. It just changes everything. And it will be like this forever. And so those teams and those other places, you can't bitch about it. It was reasons why you was a blue blood, right? Some of that was luck. Some of that was fucking slavery. I mean, I'm just being for real. Like some of that was luck. Some of that was a concentration of black people and stuff like. Some of that was luck, and now there are other reasons that there might be new blue bloods, and you compete in this era?
Right.
Yeah, and Kirby Smart was saying just in the same conversation, he was like the Alabamas of 2012, 2014, 2016, whatever you want to point to. He said they would destroy some of these teams that are the top teams right now because of the fact they had so much depth.
They could stack.
And now, like every team, one or two deep, and you got guys that are getting bought off that are your third string safeties or whatever.
Much easier to give away Chargers than to have to pay everybody $850,000.
Of course.
Without a doubt.
Well, especially when you have a deal with the local dealership, and
Oh,
you know what I
yeah.
mean. It's all tax write-offs.
Or to get somebody a job at like a fucking, I
Yeah.
don't know, a restaurant in Baton Rouge or a
Yeah.
car dealership, or that they don't have to go to.
Move
They
their
make
whole family across
Yeah.
the country.
Yeah,
and, like,
we
have
got
them
you a house
and a job.
Your dad got a job here.
Yep.
You know, he's a big donor and he works on refrigeration. And now you got some sort of cushy job at the refrigeration plant, whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's
A lot of that.
And look, I love that it's above the board, and I love that these teams that have never had their chance before are having their chance. And that's why Oklahoma State, they will look at Mike Gundy bitch over there, and they're like, man, we got to get our money up. Either we get our money up or we'll be down there in the new Pac-12 with Boise State.
Right. One thing, just kind of a big picture thing that I wanted to kind of get your guys' thoughts on as we talk about all this. There's always kind of been this unwritten rule with recruiting, right? Even when you talk to guys that did get things handled for them, right? Everyone kind of just they talk around it. They don't really get into the minutia of it. They don't tell you what the actual story is. But now that everything has changed and we kind of see what the model is and we know what the model was before, do you think we ever get to a point where like those stories, like those recruiting stories actually get told? You know, like do you think Dominique Wilkins finally comes out and is like, here's why I went to Georgia and here's what they offered me? You know what I mean? Like does Zion Williamson finally say like, I got a house in this neighborhood in Durham and my family got put up there? Like when do you think those stories will actually come out? Because like there's no shame in those stories now, and there's also like the gates are wide open. We kind of know what it was, but like still there is this veil of like don't talk about it, right? Like we with the Fab Five, like when I did Jalen's radio show, I was asking Jalen about like how did he go to Michigan, how did they come, you know? And they all just do like, oh man, I love my visit, I love meeting with Coach. You know, Coach Fisher was
They didn't
great.
talk about Ed
yeah,
Martin.
but
Yeah,
exactly.
Ed
They
Martin
don't tell you the real
They
story.
also do talk about how much Ed Mitton.
Right,
But like to a certain extent, right?
Yeah.
So I just wonder, when do we get to the point where like the veil is pulled back? Do we ever get there? I guess
I think it kind of depends. I mean,
because I think that's fascinating.
I feel like we've heard a lot of stories, but some dudes are G. Like Eric Dickerson, he's like, I'm never telling y'all how.
right.
You know,
they'll go to their grave with that.
He'll go
It's
to
like
their grave with
mafioso.
it. And yeah, he's just like, he's like, because I took the money under those sort of circumstances, and I think it is kind of cooler to be like, I don't have to tell you that and how that all went down. It's part of the lore. Some people are just more excited to talk about it and, you know, let people know that there was a time in their life when they were coveted. So I think that we're going to, but so like, see somebody like Zion, I don't like, if you went to Duke, I think part of the bargain is that you probably don't talk about that.
Well, it's
Because
always
it would
a deal
impugn
like
Coach
that.
K.
Well, of course.
I also think it has to do with the individual's relationship to the school.
Mm-hmm.
If you are someone who thinks of yourself or has become a part of the culture of that school, then you want people to believe that it was more than just money that made that happen.
Yeah, right. You love the
They
campus.
weren't cheating when it was cheap.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
like you want to.
We actually were the good guys.
Like no,
Yeah.
or you want people to believe I'm always a Sooner.
Mhm.
I'm forever a Longhorn.
Yeah.
I'm always a Trojan. Like you want people to believe that, right? And if you tell stories about, hey, they gave me $150,000, and they're gonna be like, you ain't always a Trojan, you always green. Now, what you might see are some of the people that have more tenuous relationships with their programs, like somebody maybe like Terrell Pryor, or somebody maybe that they lost their coach was gone, or something like that. Somebody that, you know.
But then those always get dismissed as like, oh, he's a
I
disgruntled
know,
player.
but
right.
we shouldn't dismiss them.
Yeah,
because
for
those
sure.
are the ones that you are going to hear and are going to have the authenticity and really the daring in telling of those narratives that you are looking for. Those are going to be the people, not the people that are leading the parade and calling the post game and doing all of that stuff and go to all of the functions, but the people outside of it that don't necessarily have any animus for the program, but that are far enough removed from the middle of the culture that they can speak about it honestly.
Ed Orgeron, or somebody affiliated with a bunch of schools, right? Because he's like, now he's all on his.
It's different
tour.
for coaches though.
See, I think the
If
coaches
you're-
have
if
the
you're-
same sort of like it's kind of like we talk about this behind closed doors.
If
Yeah.
you're a coach, And if you're a coach that's at the end of your shit, that's one thing. But Ed Ogeron wants to go get another job somewhere. So if he gets on the mic and starts spilling his guts about everything that went on, people are going to be like, we don't want people to know that type of shit.
I just don't think it's that. Like, I just don't think it'll be like one of those things. Like, I think you'll almost be, people will appreciate the honesty and the fact that you're willing to talk about it. It was so funny. Like, when I did this 5-star thing, you would get the coaches like, Seth Greenberg or Brendan Malone or whatever, and they would tell like the fantasized version of like, oh, Grant Hill came into camp. He wanted to go to George Washington, and then we convinced him that he was good enough to go to Duke, and you have this whole story. And then like I would talk to the Nike exec, and he's like, yeah, I mean, we're boots on the ground, and like we're trying to get these kids to go to certain schools, right? So like they were getting steered by Nike, Puma, Converse, Adidas, whatever it is, and like that was the real underbelly of it all. And then you have like the fantastical version of it, which is like the one we sell to the fans, the one we sell to the media, the one we say, you know what I mean?
Well,
So to get both sides of the stories, you're like, the truth is somewhere in between, but like for whatever reason we can't talk about it.
Yeah, again, it really depends on what your reputation was and what you staked their name on at the time.
Yeah.
UCLA does not like to talk about Sam Gilbert.
Of course.
In building that dynasty.
And Wooden, like I know a bunch of Wooden guys out here, and like they're all like, Wooden did not like the Sam relationship. He kind of kept his head in the sand and kind of knew that it was kind of like, Blue Chips. He was like, he knew Happy was doing what Happy was doing, but like he didn't want to know about it, right?
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, again, like guys like that, I think people will be very careful about protecting their reputation. Like schools like SMU or players like Rashad McCants or somebody like that, I can see them kind of blowing off a little steam and just talking about that.
And by the way, some of this stuff is softer than it comes off. There are bags of cash and cars and jobs. Then they're just like, you go to this place and you never pay. Mm-hmm. You like this is the infrastructure of taking care of that you get coming to this place.
You got houses on campus that you live at.
You
whatever.
go to this place, you never pay. You go, you get this, you never pay. You around here, you never pay.
Right.
Going back to the Publix thing, with Jameis Winston was probably most likely a glitch in the communication that one person at the Publix didn't know about.
He's good to get crab legs whenever he wants.
He's good to get crab legs whenever he wants, right?
Yeah.
He can get crab legs whenever he wants. Jameis Winston, it's probably
just walked
unlikely
out
that he walked in there with the crab legs and like, I'm jacking the crab legs today.
Yeah.
What happened is the guys from Florida State get to have crab legs whenever they want. They get a piece of fried chicken, a goddamn
whatever
sandwich.
They want.
Whatever they want. They go in there and they get it. They leave with the fucking crab legs. And somebody didn't get the memo. It's like, hey, this motherfucker stole crab legs.
Right.
Somebody make him pay.
He didn't know it was a Florida State quarterback.
He didn't know what was going on. But I'm saying, so all of this stuff, now it's gone, right? Now it's gone. But all of this stuff, there was an infrastructure in taking care of these players, and you had people that were in charge of making sure that they were comfortable in these different places.
And it's also tough because back then, like if that was an example, like you still didn't have the money that you needed to survive, so you had to rely on these places. So then you were even more tied to the institutions, and they had more power over you, which is what made it all disruptive. And now, like if you have your own money and you're making $1 million, like I'll go buy whatever I need to go buy, right? I mean,
absolutely.
you're good.
Yeah, you can establish your own stuff and not be tied to anybody. Like when it's time for you to cash in, and they're like, "Hey, I gave you money now, just, pay me back," and all that kind of stuff. So the system is so much better now. I know it frustrates people, but having it above board, I think, really works out better for everybody on both sides. But I also don't want to shit on the people that was paying before, man. I mean, I just
think it's a fascinating.
Yeah.
I think the whole model that was there is so kind of like known through conversations when you talk to different people. Like you get like a little, like I've tried to piece it all together in my own existence in this world, and you got little nuggets and tidbits. But I just think at some point maybe people can talk about it, but we'll see. Speaking of, Michigan's Kyle Whittingham came out. He predicts 12 to 15 schools will have $50 million rosters after the 2027 recruiting cycle. He said, quote, "There are a few schools that can weather that, but not many, so it's already unsustainable for most schools, and it's only going to get more so until we come up with a model that provides some guardrails and works for everyone," end quote. So we got to the bags of cash for $250,000, so now we're going to have $50 million rosters for 12 to 15 schools.
Fuck $50 million. Let me ask you guys a question. What year do you think it will be when college football has its first $100 million roster? So right now, he's saying that they're saying LSU's at 40.
This is before, like, I think they're going to have to collectively bargain at some point, and there's going to be a salary cap.
I don't think it'll get to 100.
You don't think they'll ever?
I think there will be a
$100 million?
CBA before they get there.
Yeah,
That's what I think.
Same.
And who? What would be?
I think 70 is the number. I think when they get to a 70, when it's like Ohio State spent $70 million on this roster, and they just bought Michigan star quarterback.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I understand what you guys are talking about. Who's going to be doing the complaining?
I mean,
That's a great question.
Yeah, I guess that is.
Well, no, the same people that are doing it now, the schools that don't have the money to do that and are losing out
and
to
the
those
fans
schools,
of those schools,
the coaches, the administrators, stuff like that. And because, I mean, even the people that are participating are complaining right now. Like, we just can't keep doing this. We can't keep spending this
Everybody
kind of
does
money.
the woe is me act.
Yeah, they want they want to get a rein in this money in right now, and so I assume it's going to happen within the next 2 to 3 years.
What would you say?
Yeah.
So what you guys are saying is going to happen is probably going to happen, but if it didn't happen, I think by 2030 or 2031, you would get to a place where you get 80 to 100 million.
I mean, it's an exponential growth. I mean,
yeah, because at this
20
point,
million was crazy. Now we're at 40 million. You know,
the money that's being poured into the sport is coming because the explosion of interest in the sport, but also because of people's connection to like the players and the stories of the players and the players becoming all of this. This is perfect storm of college football stuff that's happening. People talk about what's happening on the field and the conferences and all of that stuff, but we know the players more now. Like, there's more emphasis on their lives. College football has now become a sport that is doesn't have an off season. So there are more narratives, which makes these guys bigger celebrities, which makes them more valuable. Mm-hmm. And that value will just continue to go up. It's almost as good for college football when a really expensive player fails. Yeah. Because that's such a huge story. Mm-hmm. And
Arch Manning this year. Until he got it back.
The Brendan Thorsby thing.
Yeah.
Right.
The interest is what's fueling a lot of these things to the roof. You want to watch what's going to happen, how Texas Tech's going to look if they have to start somebody. You want to see all of these things, and these are storylines that, frankly, just didn't exist in the past.
Yeah, absolutely. And I also think, I mean, again.
And then Carson Beck, right, going from a failure and a joke in the offseason to a national championship appearance, right? I mean, that's another redemption story that's fascinating.
Right. I mean, the thing is that I think that's going to happen is that schools are already sort of correcting for the market now. Like, they're paying a lot of money. I still think that they're going to get a rein on it because in just talking to people in the field, it's like they're already like, you can't ask for me for that much money. A market is getting established now, and the schools are getting a little bit more familiar with this is what you should spend on a backup guard. This is what you should spend on a third corner or a slot receiver.
Yeah, I mean, quarterbacks is like the cap on a quarterback seems to be like $8 million. That's the most that you would pay for a quarterback, and then. But, like, I remember when Drake May was going to come back to North Carolina, and they were like, Georgia offered him $6 million, Ohio State offered him $6 million, and at the time in 2022, you're like, they're offering $6 million, you know. And now it's like, oh, that's kind of market. That's like what the market is.
The top end market for top five quarterbacks.
Right, and you have people. I mean, Drake May had a gigantic NFL future ahead of him, so this decision he was able to make worked out for him. He ended up in the fucking Super Bowl after a couple of years.
Yeah,
but you're gonna have guys that realize that that's
Coach
not
Rabel.
Exactly. Shut the fuck up. Like, you're gonna have guys that are gonna realize that that's not a thing for them.
Yeah,
and so they're gonna want to stretch these college football careers out as long as they can.
Like our guy TJ Finley.
But
my boy Nico, he needs to stay in college.
Nico, TJ Finley. But what comes along with that is the continuous making of a college football celebrity while you were there, because it's not just the money that you're getting from your NIL or from your school or whatever. It's also the other money that you're gonna get just being a college football celebrity, a celebrity that you will cease to be the moment that you're drafted into the NFL.
Yeah.
It will then be gone. Right?
Then people are like, where did he play? Yeah.
Where did he play? What did he do?
Yeah.
Think about it. Johnny Manziel, gigantic celebrity. Mm-hmm. All it takes is a couple of subpar NFL seasons. Ended up fucking around. And John Manziel is still like famous,
but like, how much could he have made come out off his Heisman season going into that next year?
Nuts.
I mean, it probably been $20 million.
And for instance,
and probably would have got balled by Alabama.
I'm totally fine with Ty Simpson deciding to go into the draft because he probably looked at the draft the next year and it's like, I don't know what'll happen, and that's another year for people.
And
to
I'm a
pick
guaranteed number 2
or whatever. But the argument for staying is that he would have probably made more money this
He
year.
got
in
offered
college
$6
football,
million to go to Miami.
and he would have had a lot of fun and probably competed for a national championship. But again, they are going to have these decisions to make.
Yeah, and college is a lot of fun, especially when you're a millionaire. So,
Absolutely.
a lot of people are talking about it. Florida Gators head coach John Summerall was asked about being bowl eligible next year, and he said, quote, "We better be, or I'm going to be up on the roof of the stadium getting ready to do something stupid," end quote. That is crazy, right?
That is fucking nuts.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I just thought that was like,
You like that type
So
of shit.
I
let's
thought
see.
that was a newsworthy comment.
Let's go over the schedule. So they open with Florida Atlantic. So that could be a win, right?
That's I think that's a win. yeah.
Campbell next week
The Camels, shout out, that's a win.
at Auburn.
Loss.
Really? They got a new coach too, though.
I know, but I at Auburn's tough.
Okay, 2-1.
I think Auburn's gonna be better next year.
So then they got Ole Miss next year.
Loss.
I mean next week, 2-2 at Missouri.
That's a tough game.
That's a tough game too.
So are you thinking 2-3?
All right,
They'll probably lose that game.
I'll saddle up for 2 and 3. South Carolina,
South Carolina.
loss.
I said that.
2-4 at home.
Is that at home?
Okay,
All right.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
They should
Yeah.
lose to South Carolina. I don't know, but
Marcellus.
they
South
could
Carolina has to be better next year.
They could very easily be 2-4 at this point.
2-4. Okay.
Okay.
At Texas.
They're losing.
Loss.
2-5.
Georgia, loss.
Loss.
Oklahoma.
Loss.
So we're saying 2-7.
He's on that roof.
He sounds like that's what I mean.
right
That's
now.
why the quote kind of got me. Like I was like, this isn't good.
This is the stretch of the tournament. Oklahoma. At home.
at home helps.
Oklahoma
Coming off a
Georgia.
coming off a Georgia loss, maybe let's give them a W.
Okay, that's fine. That's a tough game.
3-7.
Tough game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. At Kentucky.
Let's give them a
They're gonna
win.
win there.
4
Even
and
though
7.
I think Kentucky's going to be better next year.
4-7. So then we got Vanderbilt.
Maybe Vanderbilt tapers back down a little bit.
5-7.
Yeah.
I just Clark Lee. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
They
This,
might
I
not
mean,
be-
this is a
well,
tough
like, this is
schedule.
a tough schedule.
To
Go
have
ahead.
to have that quote and have this schedule is pretty wild.
That's what I'm
I would
saying.
say.
I just wouldn't. Then they close with Vanderbilt and at Florida State, which is also going to be like.
That'll
think
be an
that's
interesting
battle.
game.
Yeah.
Florida State. I don't know what to make of them quite yet.
I don't either.
I wouldn't have if I would see. I'm much more dubious about the Summerall era than everybody else. But
5 to 6 wins.
we-
Look.
It's tough.
We're still in
2-0 start.
in the part of the season where we don't know what we don't know about these teams. yet.
Right.
Like we have to do a lot more grinding of tape and looking
Gotta
at the
some
big
grind.
boards.
Gotta
and
grind that
grinding
tape.
But we don't know what we don't know. But like Florida over these past couple of seasons have been hit with some real fucking doozies. Now some of these other teams have a lot of questions too.
Yeah.
But there are not 6 surefire wins in that schedule, man.
it's a better schedule than they've had when in the previous years they had like the hardest schedule in the country.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit better, but it's still hard. And I don't know what they've got to lean on right now. They lost DJ Lagway, so we're going to see either
He's
Trammell
a Baylor.
Jones or
Yeah.
Aaron Philo, I think, is a recruit, the transfer from Georgia Tech. Apparently, he's been pretty good. And Florida has a lot of talent. I mean, they really do. Those receivers, Dallas Wilson is going to be coming back, all those guys.
Every team in the SEC has
A
talent.
lot of talent. I mean,
Yeah.
I would not. But, if he has to say that to get people excited.
I'm
and
just
to make
saying, year
headlines,
one, that is a wild quote.
The Auburn game is winnable for them.
I think they should win the Auburn game, man.
Yeah.
But
And that's
Auburn-
honestly a battle of the two coaches that they were going after,
That's
too,
right.
with Golish and Summerall.
Yeah,
so.
that's right. I mean, it's going to be a close. I don't think that would be.
And Golish beat them last year when he was at USF.
Yeah.
So that was the game that
With
kind of
Byron
sent
Brown. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's who sent them down a dark path. So I don't know. That's a dark quote. So I saw that and I was like, wow, that's something there. Next up, class of 2027 running back Deuce Jones-Drew, the son of Maurice Jones-Drew, is committing to UCLA.
Fantastic. What is he 5'8", 190?
Yeah, something like that. He's a 3-star,
We
but
old as shit,
this was
man.
more of a legacy play. UCLA's just been racking up recruits.
They've been killing it in
Yeah.
recruiting.
Yeah, they're going crazy.
Yeah.
Like the question about whether or not they were going to be able to get kids to come out there and play at UCLA, it's seemingly being answered.
I mean, and there were a lot of fans there that were excited about UCLA
Dog.
football.
UCLA is number 4 for the 2027 recruit rankings.
What are the top 4?
Oklahoma,
Okay.
Texas A&M, USC,
Nice.
UCLA, Notre Dame.
UCLA has been USC has been recruiting their asses
They
off.
really
They have
man.
to.
Like at a certain point, you gotta make these sort of
100%.
games evident on the field.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, Lincoln got to win. Lincoln has to contend for a playoff berth next year.
100%.
I mean, I don't think he's gonna come
Especially
back if they
losing
don't.
the Notre Dame game. Like,
Yeah.
that was such a big cultural loss as far as USC fans out here. So he's got to deliver the goods for them to be happy. They're already a little unhappy. And then you got UCLA getting some mojo in the same city.
That's what I'm
So,
saying. Yeah, he can't let them close the gap on him like that.
Yeah. And he got paid a lot of money. He was the first Lane Kiffin as far as getting the $100 million.
I've been shocked at how poorly he's done there. I mean, it's not
Last
like
year, the
he's
running
failed.
backs all getting hurt was tough.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had some
They've
wonky
had some
things
bad
happen.
breaks.
Yeah.
They have.
Deuce had all the big West Coast offers.
He did.
UCLA, he had Arizona, California, Utah, SMU. He had a lot of big schools. He didn't have like any of the Texas schools or anything like that, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and no SC. But this is the class of the old school. Well, not the class of it, but these are high fucking schools. These are
Yeah.
like, legit D1s.
And it wasn't a foregone conclusion he was going to go to UCLA and follow in his dad's footsteps.
High D1s, as they would say in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
They don't say that in football.
Yeah, why not? We can say it.
Can you say it in football? High
Sure.
D1? High
Yeah.
D1.
Really?
High,
If you want
D1.
to.
High D1. These are high D1s.
High D1s.
All
I
over
think
the
we
place.
try to join the conversation points, across both sports. Why not? Let's have some fun with it. Last story that I had in the top 5, John Wall, president of basketball operations at Howard University. He's returning to D.C. to partner with the top-ranked HBCU in the country. So shout out to the Bison. Shout out to John Wall. I just thought that was a fun story.
It is a fun story. Good for
We
John
want
Wall.
John Wall on the show. I think that was the other lead.
Yeah.
Allison asked us, and we did reach out at one point, but we're gonna get him on the show.
We love it, man. He follows college basketball really closely.
Oh man, he's locked in.
Yeah, and
Their GM there, Daniel Marks, great dude. I mean, Howard's got a little bit of juice.
of the like low, would they be considered low D1 or low? What is
Who?
that? Howard.
It's an HBCU. I think.
I mean, they
HBCU
make the
is its own
NCAA
class.
tournament. They made the tournament this year.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying in terms of resources and everything.
I mean, of
it's
course,
probably,
yeah.
But yeah,
But like you talk about alumni,
Shit,
Howard's got some powerful alumni.
Howard has a $1 billion endowment.
That's what I'm saying. They got some money at Howard.
they have a chance to stand out unlike a lot of other HBCUs.
I would say Howard's in a better spot than Georgetown right now as far as their basketball
Damn.
program.
Well, I
which
was
is crazy.
talking about this with somebody. I was like, when is the last time I talked about Georgetown basketball, dog?
Yeah, exactly. It's tough.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Shout out to Howard, man, on some real shit.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Howard. Shout out to Spelman. Shout out to Morehouse.
Yeah.
When I see Howard as the HBCU, when I see Howard has a $1 billion endowment, man,
That's amazing.
that's fucking crazy to me, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's crazy to me, man.
Yeah.
Southern University endowment, $9 million, bro.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah.
like at $9 million, bro.
man.
I say it all the time. You can't even get a backup guard in the NBA for $9 million, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like Jay McDaniels is. I mean, he's not a backup, but like the nigga going past our endowment, $1 billion. Do you feel like Joe in the HBU situation? Do you feel like Howard? I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel like Howard and these other schools. Wait a minute, has our endowment gone down?
Oh,
I
no.
feel like Howard and these other schools that maybe they shouldn't even be compared to Southern. That gap is crazy.
You think that's high level?
Well, there's like your elite, well-funded schools that like got money from the kind of school that Bill Cosby would have given money to. There's the schools that Bill
He was
Cosby.
a big Temple guy, right?
Yeah, there's money that Bill
He
Cosby.
gave shit ton of money to HBCUs.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
sure.
there's the schools that Bill Cosby gives money to, and then there's the schools that
He went to Duke
Lindsay,
a lot.
What's her name? Not Lindsay Bates. What's the old girl?
You talk about Mackenzie
Mackenzie
yeah.
Bezos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mackenzie
yeah.
Scott. Like she gives to like all the other ones, like Fayetteville State.
I mean, the
Prairie
Gates
View.
Foundation,
Yeah,
right?
UAPB. So that's to me sort of the dividing line. But Howard has a lot to offer, man. Of course, my wife went to Howard, and it's just
How many times have you been to Howard since you've been in D.C.? You went this past fall, right? You went
twice.
Yeah, twice. Yeah.
I've been twice.
You know what's interesting about Howard?
Mm.
So Southern is 95% black.
Mm.
95% black.
Okay.
What percentage would you guys say that Howard is black?
83.
99.
Billy?
Yeah,
I'm
what
gonna
you
go
think?
83.
84.
69.
What?
Wow. Nice.
69% black.
Wait, are these people?
10% white, 6% Hispanic, 5% foreign national, 5% other, 4%
See, there were white
Asian.
kids in my high school that would like get scholarships to go to Howard. You know what I mean?
Really? They weren't just playing baseball or some shit like that?
Nah.
Low
There was one kid that played
The
golf.
economic diversity here, low-income students make up about 41% of Howard.
Sounds about right.
Affluent students make up about 60% of Howard.
Okay.
Southern University,
Oh, man.
low-income students, low-income
no.
students make up. Hold on, this is just when we talking about this shit. I just want y'all to know it's different. It's not the same. When we talking about Southern University, motherfucker, low-income students make up. Here, I just had it up here. What the fuck? 71%
Yeah, man.
of the student body. Affluent students make up 30%, and I wonder who they are. If he was on the yard,
Those are the
I
kids of
wonder who they
alums.
are.
Well, you guys got Marshall Faulk.
Yep.
That's
Nope.
that's the kids of alone.
Like presidents talk. Shout out to Vic and Leon. They
Yeah.
their dad was the. You say yeah. You don't know who these niggas are.
I just said, yeah.
like Vic and Leon Tarver. Their dad was the president of Southern,
Okay.
and they were the homeboys. They used to be hell on them hoes.
But you
Shout
got
out to
Marshall
Vic and
Falk.
Leon. Marshall Falk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marshall Faulk, you know
Yeah.
what
That's
saying?
what I'm trying to
I
say.
mean, yeah, Southern has some stuff, but yeah, the money part of it. Again, like I covered the story at Grambling when they boycotted. I mean, that was 2013 because of the facilities and stuff. Those schools are struggling, man. I mean, states have systematically underfunded these schools, and the people, the clientele that they serve are people that don't have the money to give a lot of money back. Right.
So
into
it's
the
good
stock
when you
market.
see a guy like John. I mean, obviously
Yeah.
$1 billion endowment.
I hope he-
so
I
Howard
hope he
doesn't
takes
really
it
need
seriously
it.
because
I think he will.
Shaq was the guy at Sacramento State. They got Mikey Williams.
Yeah, there's a lot of these people that have these vanity jobs. Like Steph Curry is the assistant GM at Davidson, right? Like there's a lot
Master
of that
P was,
going
I think,
on.
the
Trey Young's at Oklahoma.
Yeah,
right?
Master P was the GM for UNO.
Hey, Master P interviewed for the Arizona State head coaching job.
He did.
Yeah, he was like
That's
trying to
knows
get
his
that.
basketball.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Percy Miller.
I mean, his boys.
I got a Percy Miller Hornets jersey.
You do?
Yeah,
Damn.
I got one too.
No limit.
You used to display it in your office.
It's signed by P.
That's what's up.
That's your
Yeah,
boy.
signed by P. That's my man.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to the Wooden Award ceremony, and he had his son there, Mercy Miller, and Kyle and I were there, and Master P sat with us the whole time, and he was just chopping it
He was
up,
just
having a
chopping
great
it up,
time.
huh?
Yeah,
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 man.
super nice.
I got the hookup. Holla if you hear me.
Oh, man. But there you have it. Top 5 stories. Any parting shots? Anything else before we got to let Joel go to his next podcast? That is more priority. Billy, you have
Well,
any
it's gotta
parting
drop across
shots
town,
for
no big
us?
deal.
No, I mean, I'm glad I saw you guys this week, even though Joel was in and out. He didn't really want to hang out with us.
Joel, dinner tomorrow night. Family dinner.
Family dinner Wednesday. Everybody be there.
No,
be square.
Wednesday. I thought you said Tuesday.
There's Tuesday.
Today is
Today
Tuesday.
is Tuesday. So tomorrow.
You said you couldn't do it
tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. So is it Thursday or
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
tomorrow's Wednesday? So yeah,
Yeah,
we'll do
yeah.
it Wednesday.
Okay.
Wait. When is this coming out?
This is coming out tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay, so we'll say
Tomorrow,
tonight.
Thursday.
Wednesday. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
coming.
so we're
Tomorrow
going to
Wednesday,
dinner
tomorrow's
tonight.
Thursday.
Yeah.
So we're going
Tomorrow's
to dinner
Thursday.
Wednesday or fucking Thursday?
We're going to dinner
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
But that's tonight as far as when this
Yeah,
is
that's
recorded.
Yeah, that's right. When the
Okay,
show
that's
is.
tonight.
That's right.
So if you're listening to this right now, we're at dinner, hopefully.
Yeah.
Or Joel has decided not to go to dinner.
Or he's with his cousin.
Yeah, okay.
Or Joel's having dinner with his cousin.
Yeah, man. Well, my cousin Hope, my beautiful cousin Hope, who is a Howard grad,
Hope, okay.
and she works on what did she work for? Sunset
Esperanza.
Studios or something. She works at some studio around here. So she's a very outstanding young lady. She's the baby cousin in my family. I'm one of the older cousins in that generation, and I feel like it's my duty to bring my family together now. Okay, I got to take.
Sounds like another
take
reason
over.
to move to Los Angeles.
Duty. You got a duty to move out here to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all-
For your family.
You all have got
and beyond.
You guys have got to help me, make a good argument, and talk me up so that I can. Get
I
the
think you
money I
need 2 years in your current house so you'll feel happy.
Yeah.
Maybe you get one of those big fogs for your backyard.
Oh, bro, I got to get the big fog.
Yeah, if you don't know what a big fog is, go look it up. Joel wants one for his house.
Yeah, backyard, man.
Yeah, Mister. But yeah, you get that for 1 year. Then year 3, you move out here. Ringer Tailgate takes off.
Okay. I mean,
All right.
I'm not against it. All
right.
I'm for that plan. I
So
hope
the
it
one
works
big
out that way.
question was answered at the end.
I can't make any promises,
Okay.
but
Definitely.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's got. I mean, look, I got to make the right money. You know what I'm saying? All that's
Okay,
got to get
perfect.
figured out. So
Hold
you
out.
know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Le'Veon
Negotiate
Bell,
publicly.
Le'Veon Bell of the Ringer right here.
You got to
Joel
negotiate
Anderson.
publicly sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just put
Is
it out
now
there.
the time?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Is now the time to be doing that?
I don't know.
Well, you got a conspiracy podcast to go on. You can go bring up some of those points on that. All right, Van, any parting thoughts? Anything else?
Nah, man. All I gotta say is we some G's, man.
Yeah,
Raise your roof, baby.
That's right. Yeah.
Joel's a J and a G. Great to have you in LA.
Yeah, man.
Billy, great to have you in LA. It's been fun. It's been a fun time.
When is Billy? When do you commit to moving to LA the same year I do?
That was not the one big question.
Okay,
No,
just want to say, do you commit to moving? Because you got a lot going on. There too,
If I've learned anything this week, it's don't make any plans committed to you. Like,
yes.
If I'm planning based on you, that it's going to change 50 times.
It's going to get up in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the only reason that we all hung out, bro.
Hey, I gotta say one thing before we leave.
What?
Masai Ujiri was asked if Jason Kidd will be the coach of the Mavs. He said he spoke with Jason Kidd yesterday. We'll meet with him again, but said we're going to look at this thing from head to toe.
Oh man,
Damn,
man. If I was a Mavs fan, I'd be so mad. I would never get over it.
Get over what?
I mean,
trade?
the Luka thing. Does everything that has happened since then? I would just.
Well, I mean, they got Cooper Flag.
I mean, that is a real good.
I mean, that's you talk about consolation prizes.
That is a
Yeah,
huge
pretty good.
consolation.
Yes.
That worked out, but it just didn't have to be like that.
But I'm gonna be
Yeah.
real, man. If I'm fucking Jason Kidd or anybody, and they ask whether or not you want me to coach, and he goes, we gotta take a look at things from head to toe. It seemed like you gonna be the first assistant for somebody next year. That's what it seemed like. That's tough.
Yeah.
I wonder how many more jobs Jason Kidd can get as a head coach.
It's not gonna be.
I mean, he got him to the finals.
He got him to the finals, and he's a good coach.
He's a
but
good coach now.
the reality is that if he doesn't achieve like a really, really good, I guess you could say he has like 5-6 year run with somebody, then the returns are going to be diminishing.
I mean, those Buck stories were pretty bad, pretty harrowing. Where they're like, he got rid of their Christmas break, wouldn't let them see their family. Obviously, all of the shenanigans when he was with the Nets, where he was like getting people to run into him to spill ice on the court. Yeah, I mean,
I love that. I love that. That's heady.
Yeah,
That's heavy
I mean,
right
he
there.
is a great point guard. There's no doubt about it. So he'll figure it out. But great story there. Nice little wrap up. Shout out to J Kidd. Thanks to everybody for tuning in to Ringer Tailgate. We will be back next week, a very fun episode of Tailgate Takeover. So we're excited for that, and enjoy it. We'll see you then, and hope everybody has a great week. Must be 21 or older and present in select states for Kansas and affiliation with Kansas Star Casino, or 18 and older and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut, or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. For Louisiana, call 1-877-770-7867.